Hey lovelies, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Verdie. I am a small business owner, licensed nail tech, and content creator. So today's video, we are decluttering and organizing acrylic. So this is where I keep my acrylic. The clear thing on the left hand side, that's broken. That's where I usually store my Eden's Rose acrylic. So that's broken. So I have to find a new place for my Eden's Rose acrylic. And this drawer is from Ikea. The top two drawers are my not polished acrylics. I'm not getting rid of any of those. I actually want to eventually have their entire collection, so we'll see how that goes. This drawer is my iGel Beauty. I am keeping those. And another small business, Nice Nail Queendom. I'm keeping all of those. This drawer is my Young Nails, Valentino, and some random nude acrylics. I'm keeping these as well. This drawer is my Beetles dip powder and my GLITTERELS acrylic. I'm keeping those as well. This drawer is mostly the drawer that I have a lot of products I want to get rid of. So yeah, this is the drawer that I mostly want to declutter and move my Eden's Rose into this drawer. I'm going to first start off with my Beetles. I started off going through and seeing which powders were labeled as acrylic and which powders were labeled as dip powder. Most of them were labeled as dip powder, and there's a huge misconception that dip powder and acrylic are the same. They are not. If it's acrylic, you can definitely use it as dip powder. If it's dip powder, you may or may not be able to use it as acrylic. A lot of factors go into dip powder. Usually they're a little bit more pigmented. So more pigment versus acrylic, which means they won't really cure with monomer. As well as I was reading an article about dip powder versus acrylic, and the author of the article was saying there is an ingredient in acrylic that helps it cure that most people do not put in their dip powder. I'm not 100% sure what that ingredient is. However, you don't have to worry about that. Typically what I do when I have a dip powder is I take a swatch of it, and if it doesn't, I take a swatch of it with monomer, and if it doesn't cure hard 100%, then I know that I can't use that as acrylic. So you guys, if you've been around for a while on my channel, you've seen me do my swatches like this, and you've seen me mention this multiple times, but do not be fooled into thinking that you can use all dip powders with monomer, because that's not true. You definitely want to test prior to doing that. I am going to eventually wind down my collection to only have products that can cure with acrylic. I don't want to reach for something and then have to figure out, oh, can I use this color as acrylic? But I'm not doing that in this video. So this should be technically a part 1. So there will be a part 2 declutter. Most of the products that I would be testing would be Beetles. However, it's kind of hard for me to part because they have some really beautiful glitters that are labeled as dip powders. So we'll see what happens. So I literally never reach for this drawer. And it's just because the colors were everywhere. So I put the colors in order of my color rainbow, how I organize my colors. So I feel like I could reach in this drawer and be able to go in and grab a pink or a purple or what have you. Also, when I was doing this, I was noticing a lot of these powders are similar, but they might look different once monomer hits them. So I will be doing an additional declutter on this drawer in the future. And then I just put my GLITTERELS in color order as well. So I'm looking at my Glam & Glitz powders. I never reach for these just because I don't. So I'm just keeping a couple of them. I'm going to keep that white glitter one for winter colors. And then I'm going to keep that nude. And the other 3 I'm just going to get rid of. I don't really gravitate towards Glam & Glitz when I make purchases either. I'm going to keep all of these acrylics by MVP Nail Designs. I'm not sure if she's still making acrylic, but I did like her acrylics a lot, and I did like a lot of her colors. I'm going to get rid of all my Anna's acrylics just because I don't like the formula. She does have some nice colors, but the formula for what I'm trying to do, it just takes too long to cure, and I don't have time for that. These are just two random colors that I haven't really played with yet, so I'm just going to keep those. One's by OPI and one's from D&D. These two from Ebony's Plush Creations, I am going to keep those. And I'm also going to keep most of the acrylics from Shopped Plugged or Plugged Acrylics. I'm not sure she still makes acrylics, but I'm going to keep these anyway. This is my absolute favorite. It's like a sheer nude that I love. I've almost used that up. So I actually need to check and see if she's still making acrylics because I do need to get another jar of that color. I think it's like Ice Macchiato or something like that. So my Saviland dip powders. So for the most part, I think Saviland markets as dip powder. I'm not 100% sure if they market as acrylic, but all of these small little jars, like, they drive me crazy. It's kind of hard. They take up a lot of space even though they're small because there's so many. And the way that I know I'm going to use my acrylics is if I could open the drawer and just have it organized. That's why I never reached for the beetles, because those were just in there. They weren't organized. So what I decided to do with the Saviland is just to keep the glitter colors, because most of these colors I already have in a different brand or what have you. So I'm just going through picking out the glitter colors, and for now I'm going to keep them, but I'm also going to swatch test those as well to see if they cure 100% with the monomer, because if they don't, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of those as well. I just want to be able to reach in my drawer and pull out a product and know that I can use it either as dip or acrylic without having to test. I just want to know everything I have, I can use it in one or two ways. Also, it's very rare that I do dip nails, so there's really no point in me just having all this product just sitting here. That second, that last bin was DRIZZLE. They are a dip powder. They have beautiful colors, but I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that whole thing as well. They're still in business as well. I just don't want dip powder I can't use as acrylic. And now I have room for Eden's Rose. I actually liked her being on top, her, as I'm calling her acrylics, her, because she created them and she's a lady. So I had them on top because that's where I like it, but unfortunately the what I had her acrylic stored in, it broke. So now I have to put her down here. But this is one of my favorite brands of acrylic, and I'm not just saying that because she's my friend and she's a small business owner. I'm saying that because she really does have good quality products. Just like MVP Nail Designs, her acrylic's really good as well. Which is why I'm keeping all of her acrylics as well. I just don't know if she's still in business. What I'm going to do is put all of these in alphabetical order because the jars are not clear. So I'm just going to put them in alphabetical order. At one time I had started doing swatches on the bottom, but I got super lazy and didn't do that. So I pretty much know what colors are which from this brand anyway. So those three small ones were a limited edition that she did for Valentine's Day. Now I'm trying to figure out where to put those Saviland acrylics, those really, really small ones. So I'm just figuring out how to organize this drawer. And this is my first declutter video, so do not come for me as to why the entire drawer didn't fit in the frame. It was kind of challenging figuring out lighting and how to keep my big body out of the frame, but keep it most of the drawer in the frame and sit comfortably and still organized. So if I ever do another one of these, hopefully the quality will improve as well. So now I'm going into my Young Nails drawer, and these, I'm organizing their slick pour and these really small containers that they no longer offer of colors. And one of the things that I do, again, I believe with the slick pour you can use with monomer, but again, I am going to go in and swatch those. But these small containers, I know they don't offer them anymore, but some of the colors I really, really like. So for now, I'm going to keep them. And then the white jars are their speed powders, their core powders, and their cover powders. So I'm just putting them, I'm just organizing them by that way. Keep all the speeds together, keep all the cores together, and keep all the cover powders together. So that's just the easiest way to organize everything. I do kind of go back and forth between the bottom drawer and with some of my smaller amounts of acrylic, just figuring out how to organize it, because ultimately I want to be able to see what I have. Oh, this is that color I showed you, Amethyst by Nice Nail Queendom. It's like a sheer lavender. It is one of my favorites as well. I've used that color in a acrylic video before. But now I'm just going in, trying to figure out how to organize this drawer. And this bottom drawer actually ended up being my small business owner drawer. I would love to have more than one small business drawer for acrylics. I would like to have more small business drawers versus the bigger brands that are in the drawers above. And then also another one of my goals is to get Not Polish's entire collection, because that's literally one of my favorites as well. I do have most of Eden's rose colors. I think there's probably like 2 or 3 I don't have, but for the most part I have her entire collection. So this is what my drawers look like. Not Polish, it looks the same because I didn't get rid of anything. iGel Beauty, the only thing I did in this drawer was take out Nice Nail Queendom and then put those other 2 randoms in there. This drawer I have my Valentino, my Not Polish, my Young Nails, and some rando covers. That second to last drawer was my Young Nails, bottom drawer Small Businesses, and this is what I'm getting rid of so far. So now what I have to do is I have to go through my swatch sticks, and everything I'm getting rid of, I have to pull that swatch stick as well, and that's going to be a task. I'm just showing you, those are my polygel swatches, and those are my gel polish swatches, which needs to be decluttered as well. This cup is just most of my nudes, so I can just reach in and grab a nude, and then some more nude swatches, and then some swatches that need to go back into the collection. And then underneath there is my glitters, my pigments, my chromes, and then my gel liners by MAKARTT. So this room that I'm currently working in, I just recently, about a month ago, moved nail rooms again, so I'm still organizing it. Please don't judge that mustard carpet. When I bought this house, this was an add-on that they had did to the house, and I haven't decided what I really want to do in this room, as far as if I want to replace the carpet or if I want to put like hardwood floors, whatever. Haven't decided that. My budget right now doesn't really allow for a lot of renovations, so make sure you watch the videos and watch the ads. So I'm just still organizing that, figuring out that as well, but I will be doing a part 2. I'm not sure when, because I want to filter out dip powders that can't be used with monomer. So make sure you're subscribed, waiting for that. I will list all of the brands, websites, and any discount codes that I have in the description box below. I will not be listing colors individually or anything like that, but the brands and the websites and any discount codes I have, I will definitely put that in the description box below. I didn't show my MAKARTT dip powders or acrylic because that collection is very, very small, and that's like in my polygel drawer, so I didn't show that, but I do have some products from MAKARTT as well. But that's pretty much it. Let me know if you guys want me to film that part 2 of the declutter, where I'm doing the swatches of the dip powders. Definitely let me know, and I will get that filmed for you. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I appreciate everyone so very much for spending their time with me. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you comment, and make sure you subscribed. And I know everyone's going to ask, what am I going to do with my products that I'm getting rid of? I have a few friends, their daughters do nails, so I will be donating those containers to them. So I won't be selling them, or I will not be doing a giveaway. I will be giving it away to the girls that I know personally that are are getting into nails and playing with nail stuff. So that's what I will be doing with all that extra product. Thank you guys again so much for watching, and I'll see you soon for another video.